Hi guys, TechSpark here with another video review. This time we're looking at the Nickelodeon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4.5 inch figure Donatello. These are just like the Leonardo I've got. They're all 4.5 inch figures. Maybe not exactly 4.5, but roundabouts of that. So a pretty decent figure. Here he is. Just quickly show off the box without knocking him over. The box is basically the same as the others, as in you have the turtles, the window, you got the picture there, Donatello, underneath you got the warning labels, and then on the back you got the other figures you can get, and not much of a read up either there, but you got like his, I think it's a cut out, you can cut out Donatello, there you go. So that's pretty much the box. Move that out of the way. And come on to the figure. Now this figure again is like a vinyl figure, just like Leonardo. Obviously they're all pretty much the same, but each individual turtle is different. The colour's different, the moulding's different, and I'll show that off with Leonardo later. But here we go, here's Donatello, and he's the gadget guy who knows everything, he's smart and everything, but just as powerful in fighting as well. I think that's in the Turtles. I think that's what they were all equally as powerful. One couldn't take the other, but their personalities were all different, which is pretty cool. And you see he comes with some accessories. The accessories he comes with is obviously the bow staff he has there. He has a bow staff with the knife or on the end of it. He also has a bow staff that comes apart, like nunchuck style, and he also comes with two throwing stars, which if I can zoom in properly, you see there is some detail on there. And again, the silver paint does not want attached to this plastic at all. The original version of this is actually all plastic, including the chains. I decided to cut the chains off and added real chains, which are these are basically keyring chains that I've added to it. You get them on eBay next to nothing. And I haven't finished painting these up yet, but basically that's what it is. Gives it a little bit more realistic, more of a realistic look. And this is a bit weird. I remember in the show, you've pressed something and this flicked out. You didn't detach anything or anything. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. And if I just get the unaltered ball staff, and before I mention anything else, yes, it is a different colour to the ones I have actually painted, because this colour here is wrong. I mixed it wrong and it didn't come out right. And as you can see, it's different colour. But if you look at the bow staff, if I hold the bow staff up, thick end to thick end and that, as you notice, it's smaller, and it's not just, even if that did detach, why is the grip smaller? That's why I can't understand. And I'm pretty sure he had the same bow staff all the way through. There's no differences. I mean, because this one that comes apart is, when you put it all together, if I just show you, put it all together, it's the same. So I don't understand why that one is actually shorter. If anyone does, let me know. And again, that's painted silver. It was all one colour. I think it was like an orangey brown colour. Silver, and again, the silver does not want to take, although on this blade here, it fits a little bit better than anything else I painted. So I'll just off to the side. And there's his bow staff, basically. It's just a piece of plastic, that's all. It goes on to the figure itself. Silver all over now. Move the camera up. So, you can see Donatello. It's Donatello. The moulding detail on this comes out a lot more than Leonardo's, and as you can I don't know if you can tell. Bring it closer. See, he's got all the skin detail there. I don't know if you're going to call them warts or anything, but all the skin detail. You've got this material over here. It's not actually real material, but it's moulded in there. And I've actually looked on Leonardo. These feet are actually remoulded. Everything is remoulded on here. Even the joints, they're not used, because Leonardo's arm up here is actually slightly bigger than Donatello's. Donatello's like a thinner version of them. Not saying that the rest are fat. I'm just saying this is a more thinner framed than the rest of them. Gives it more unique, and he's got pits and dents all over his shell. He has like tiny scars over his legs and stuff. Scars over here. I think that exactly from the animation model, but there was nothing really I needed to do to paint the actual body. The head sculpt, bring the camera in closer, the sculpt is pretty good. If you can actually see it, you can see the top of his head. The head sculpt is pretty good. Although I wish he had his mouth open so you can see actually his telltale gap in his teeth there. This is more of a sort of grumpy look to Donatello, which you don't really associate with Donatello. Got white eyes. Like I said with the Leonardo review, I wish the head came with another head so it had normal eyes and more of a relaxed look. But anyway, this is alright. You got the purple paint on these is really nice. You got the piece of the mask here, which is all different to all the figures I've already checked. The only painting details on the body is this belt, but everything else is moulded really well. And toes, you see, he's got like prints on his toes, which is really cool. Although the underneath here is supposed to be painted brown, but you don't really see underneath that, so I'm not bothered. And he comes with holes to put him on a stand. The articulation for this guy's head is kind of on a ball joint. It's a little bit better than Leonardo's, but you get side to side movement up, not much down because the back of his head touches that. He's got a pin and swivel in his, well, basically all his joints, shoulder, elbow. He's got a cut on his wrist. Same joint in the hip, same joint in the knee. So you get, and there's no metal in these. They're all plastic. And I think, yeah, his shell is made of hard plastic, and the rest of his body, including the front, is actually made of like a vinyl cover. It does have a holster at the back for his staff, his bow staff, and you can fit that in there as well, but this fits a lot better than that one. Although I'm saying that doesn't fit better, you can fit that. And it obviously, you can hold the weapons in his hand, like so. It's not a really soft rubber in his fingers, but you can move them a little bit so you can actually hold. And it just seems a bit too short, that one, for his body. And obviously you can hold that as well. And the throwing stars, I'll show you. The throwing stars. Come on, there you go. You can hold them kind of in his hand, like that. Storing the weapons. Because Donatello doesn't come with a lot, you can actually store the stars in this belt piece here if you wish. It's not in instructions, but you can do it if you wish. The other bow staff, I'm not sure, and you can't really hold that bow staff on the back because it'll just flop everywhere. So I usually put the excess weapons to one side and have him hold his normal bow staff, which I will actually paint properly. So let's get him situated, and he's quite posable. You can get him in like high kicks and everything, and it looks really cool. Now we'll have a look. We'll do size comparisons first. Here is a RID Bumblebee, just to show you the size. There, if Bumblebee will stand up, like so. He does not want to stand. Here is a Combiner Wars figure. I forget the name straight away. And here is Data. So, as you can see, reasonable sized. Not as big as Transformers, but reasonably sized. So, yeah. I definitely recommend getting all four of these. I will say in all reviews, because it's decent. The other mutation ones, which are, I think, they're slightly bigger than this, I think, but they're not as articulated. Unless you want to hero mash them all up, you can get that. But if you'd want a figure that's decent, posable, decent, and looks good, these ones are pretty cool. So yeah, and it's pretty cool all around. Decent, and it looks decent with obviously his other brother, which I'll bring along now. So I almost forgot. As you can see, it looks really good with Leonardo. Again, his smirk, well, not smirk, his smile doesn't fit his character. That fits his character more. If that head was on there and swapped over and had the gap between the teeth, that would be actually what I think it is, but it's the way it is. What you're gonna do? But it looks pretty good together. So yeah, definitely recommend getting this. And you can pick them online. There's loads online, or you can. I got this brand new out of Argos. Well, I didn't. I got it from for Christmas out of Argos for $10.99. I don't know if they're still selling it in Argos or not, but you can try places like eBay and Big Bad Toy Store and whatnot. So yeah, pretty cool, and it looks good on my shelf as well. So this is Tech Spark with Donatello. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks so much, guys. See you later.